everyone and welcome to the YouTube channel of Being ACCA. This is Tushita Gupta, ACCA affiliate, and we have been getting a lot of questions that should I go for an administrative review. I have failed at 49, so it's just probably a mistake that they have made that I might get one more mark and I will pass in this exam. A lot of people are thinking of applying for these administrative reviews, but it is very important that before you apply for this review you understand what this review exactly is. So basically, administrative review, it is clearly mentioned on ACCA website that this is not a remarking service. ACCA does not have any remarking service with them. So they do not remark your paper. They will only check the total of your paper and then give you feedback on the respective areas. They will not even reveal the individual marks that you have gotten in the questions. Now talking about how ACCA marks your questions, such a robust procedure they have that it is almost impossible for them to make an error. I'm not saying that it's 100% that they will not make an error, but the chances of them making an error are very less. So basically the process through which they mark your exam is what I'm going to tell you now. So first of all, there is a marking scheme that is prepared. So this marking scheme will be prepared by taking all of the examiners in a committee. They will decide about the correct answers. The marking scheme will be prepared, deciding how much marks will be given for what point and everything, and this is done with a consensus. So this is the first thing that is done. A blueprint of the marking scheme is prepared that these will be the marks awarded for this point and everything, so that this remains uniform for all of the students who have appeared for the exam. Then the second stage in this is the moderation. So moderation is about reviewing of the marking scripts. So basically in this process it is reviewed that all of these scripts are being marked uniformly, that maybe if someone has written ABC, if that person has gotten 1 mark, then another person who has written the same ABC will also get 1 mark. He will not get 0.5 or 1.5. So this is how they ensure the consistency across all of these the exam scripts that are marked. Then there is a discussion about marginal marks. So whenever talking about the scenarios when probably you are scoring, let's suppose 49.5 and the pass mark is 50, so it's only a matter of 0.5 marks. So when such a scenario is over there, they will a special attention will be given to these kind of scripts, that whether or not this half mark is deserved, and then only a decision will be arrived at. And then there is a specialized marking software that ACCA has, within which it is ensured, that software ensures that no question is marked unmarked by the answer. That means if there are 30 questions in the exam, all 30 questions have been marked, that even if it's a 0 in one of those questions, a 0 should be given. It should not be blank. So this is the software that ensures this. And the software again totals up your marks so that there is no arithmetical error while calculating your marks. So there is no totaling mistake like it used to happen sometimes in school, that the teacher used to add the marks wrongly. There used to be +1 -1, but here this cannot happen because the addition is done by a software and softwares cannot go wrong. Then there's an independent verification. So while this entire process goes on, there are a lot of checks that are taking place during this process to verify that the same process is being followed and is being followed properly. And then your marks are finalized. The entire process is reviewed, and after ensuring that the process has been conducted smoothly and the way it should be, only then your marks are finalized and then are sent to you via the SMS or the email that you get. So this is basically the process of how ACCA marks your exams, and this proves that it's very less likely that there's going to be an error in these marks. Now the administrative review. So basically these reviews are for 3 things. As mentioned on the ACCA website, I am not adding anything of my own. I'm just letting you know what is already there on the website, and nobody is bothering to read about it thinking that this is a remarking service. So they have clearly mentioned that this is not a remarking service. 3 people can be helped by this. First, if you have received an absent but you were present in the exam, so you went to give the exam but ACCA by mistake has marked you absent, then this will help you. Another scenario is that you did not give the exam but ACCA has sent you marks thinking that you were present. So this is another scenario in which you can be helped with this review. And the last thing is, if you feel that the quality controls which I just told you about have not been successfully, have not been sufficiently implied to your mark sheet, which is very less likely. So these are the three people which ACCA themselves have written can be helped with this review. Now, so again, mentioning about the key points which ACCA have written over here, this is not a remarking service. The marked copies will not be returned. The answers that you have written in your exams remains a property of ACCA, and your feedback will be shared. So just if you submit this review, you spend £57 on this review, what is going to happen is that they are going to check the totaling of your marks, and they are going to give you feedback, but they will not tell you the individual marks that you have scored in your exam. So this is what an administrative review will give you, and it will charge you 57 GBP, which is the rate that I have checked today. And yeah, so this is pretty much about the administrative reviews. And yes, one last thing before it gets out of my mind is that if there happens to be an error, only then that error will be corrected and your fees will be refunded if there was an error on the part of ACCA. However, if there is no error, the £57 that you spent will never come back to you. So this is about it. And just to give like our opinion about what we think, so basically people think that this is a remarking thing, that maybe I have gotten 49 and I think that I will apply for this and I will get 50 and pass, but this is not the case. So we would not suggest you to go for these administrative reviews. Very rarely, 90% of the times, there are no increases in marks, and very rarely will this happen that magically you will get that 1 mark which will make you pass the exam. So do not lose heart. I know that failing is not easy. It is so much time of efforts, so much hard work you have put in while you are preparing for the exam, but there's always a next time. You do not have to wait a long period of time to give the exam again. The exam is just in 45 days from now. Don't worry. Try to analyze where you went wrong and bounce back stronger. All the very best. Bye bye.